You're tuning in right now with clairvoyant Trevor and psychic brother Chris from the Haunting Live podcast and Divine Oracle podcast. Underneath the show, you have the opportunity to ask any questions that you wish. Put a question mark after any question. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Alrighty, I guess we're live right now. Trevor didn't bring me in, but yes, I do say thank you very much to everybody that's actually going to be joining tonight. And thank you very much for actually taking part tonight. Unfortunately, we are no longer underneath Podbean. Podbean had cut the service actually as of last week. So unfortunately, we are not here actually for Sunday night shows. But we will be live each and every Sunday here underneath YouTube, and then catch our shows that are pre-recorded underneath Podbean. Just last week, though, we did have a special guest here underneath Podbean, underneath Divine, and that was Claire Candy Huff, and such wonderful guests we actually had. If you guys like to be able to type in your question, please one question each time. Trevor can actually be able to read online your answers, like not answers, so your questions. I do apologize on that. But yes, last weekend though, we were away. We were up in middle portion of Ontario, and that was up in Muskoka. So Trevor, how were things actually going for you last weekend?
Oh, we had a great time last weekend. We were, like Chris said, out on vacation, so we did not have a show last week here. But thank you for tuning in this week. We are back live this week with you, ready to answer your questions. If you have any questions for Chris, he'll be doing the cards tonight and see what the cards have to say for your questions. But last weekend was great. We got a chance to do some disconnecting and relax and just check out Northern Ontario a little bit, which is Muskoka area in Ontario, and just drive around there for a bit. We had 2 nights away to ourselves, and it was quite relaxing. So,
Yeah, the second day there, which was the Sunday, because we left on the Saturday. So we left, and on the Sunday though, we drove to a hotel with our young friend Jack. He's in 10th grade or grade 10, whatever way that you look at it. We took him to a hotel which a lot of celebrities live in this area, like Goldie Hawn, John Goodman, Martin Short actually lived up in this area, and some of them still do. But yes, what we did though is we went to the location and took him to a very nice hotel. I like his comment though. Do you remember what his comment was, Trevor?
he felt poorer afterwards.
Yeah, more poor than what he says he is. So, but yes, it was a nice location. But the way that they had the street though, which was on a very slant, you had to park your vehicle on the sideways, and yeah, it was a little bit of a trick, but going there, the GPS took us on a windy road. So again, those we do encourage you guys actually tonight to please type in your questions. We'll love to actually do a question mark with you guys. But what I like to do is actually start with an open reading for you. I've drawn 3 cards. 3 cards fell out. Well, I'll shuffle them today. These are actually the soul coaching cards. The first card, though, is adventure for this week here. So adventure. So adventure will be going actually on your journey, and don't worry about for what's left behind you. Be able to go forward, clear the energy, sort of like what we did last week, and that way you can be able to go a little bit more prosper. The more further you are going actually on your adventure, though, you can actually be able to actually open up your mind, clarity, and look at everything at the back, the past though that you've done, even if it might be negative, might be positive, but still we need to actually be able to get on the adventure and start clearing our minds. All right. Our next one though that we're looking at though, it is energy. We always have energy around us, but the energy that they're talking about though is spiritual energy. Bring your spiritual energy a little bit better to you, and that way you can actually be able to get going within the positive way. The more brightness energy though that's around you, the better that you are. All right, our last one though is embracing. So embrace the moment that's happening with inside you, so that way you can actually be able to go a little bit more forward. There might be positive stuff happening, but if there's some negative, you can always turn that negative to the positive way. So embrace, all right, is the best way how to be. Embrace that moment. Sort of like what our mothers have always said. All right, so we do actually have somebody, I guess, actually that has typed in, and she is one of our girls, so that has been actually trying to help us out promote the stuff in the States. And we do say thank you. What's the reading?
Yes, we do have a question here for the first one for the night. So we have a question from Cupid the Yorkie. Welcome back, Cupid, to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And yes, for helping us out as well on your end. So the question that she has is, my neighbor asked me to join her for dinner this week, and I said I would go, but she never reached back out. Just ghosted me. So my question is, why did she do that?
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the soul coaching card, so that way we can actually sort of get that going for you. What I'm picking up though is your friend might have forgot quickly. Who knows though? But keep on reaching out to say, hey, yeah. Do you remember though that you actually did invite me? Point that out, and my response to you is like, yes. I know within the States still Memorial weekend's coming up tomorrow. So happy Memorial Day to everybody within the States right now. That's sort of like what we had last week, which was actually we call it 2-4 weekend. But yes, what we're going to look at though is we're going to look actually at the cards altogether. And compared to me though, I do 3 cards and Trevor does 4 cards. So yeah. All right. So 2 of the cards exactly the same as what I read last time. Adventure. Okay, so you're wondering why your friend has kind of ghosted you. All right. But the thing though is adventure. Your friend might be actually on a spiritual adventure themselves. And the best thing to do is do what I had suggested though is, hey, confront your friend, say, hey, yes, you invited me. Do you remember this? But don't put it in a negative way, put it in a positive way, which is what I did sort of with somebody just recently online. So again, those adventure is the first one. The second one though, which is the same one, energy. All right. They might not remember though that they invited you because there's so much going on in their life right now. Bring that forward to them, but bring it within the light, positive way. All right, they may be very busy right now. They may have forgot though that they've actually asked you, but the thing though is energy has been going actually on with them. Our next one though is commitment. All right. So with commitment right now, it is a great one though. There's one with commitment is basically stay forward and stay active with inside of them. But still, don't brush them off actually as friends or neighbors or whatever. Sort of keep encouraging them within the positive way. Don't always bring up about the meal, but encourage them to say, hey, if there's actually anything though that we need that you need help with, I am actually here for you. They might trigger, again, though, is what we got to go back to though, is the first 2 cards, which is adventure and the energy. Okay. Things might be going actually on with them right now. Things might have slipped. But the thing though is that, well, that's what I would suggest to do though, is actually confront them, be positive, and that way we can actually bring it forward to you. Hopefully that works out. And I do say thank you very much, actually, for your question. All right. So I know that we may have some people lagging on behind us in the show, but let your friends know more about us. Next week, though, Trevor will be underneath his channel with HauntingLive Podcast. And that way we can actually be able to get the show going more. We alternate each and every week. So this week is Divine. Next week, though, it is HauntingLive with Clairvoyant Trevor. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to just draw a card from the Wisdom of the Elder cards. All right. And again, those I do say thank you very much for helping us to push out the about the stuff that's going actually on with us here at Divine and also with HauntingLive for each and every Sunday night. So the first one though, the card that popped out, it's a force and it is support. So sort of what I was saying about the last cards, which was the soul coaching cards, all right, is basically support. All right. They may need some support around them, they may not, but still support is actually showing up. And it's like a tree. One tree can't stand by itself. It has to have different multiple trees so that we can actually stand together and be able to count on each other. So yeah. All right. So yeah. All right. So there's a lot going actually on to date. We were out in the community of Stratford, Ontario, Canada, and we went to the cemetery today, planted some marigolds there, and Trevor picked up some plants for the balcony. And yes, so there is a lot going actually on nowadays with everybody. All right, so yeah. All right, so what did you enjoy about Huntsville, Trevor?
Well, Huntsville was great. We, like I said last weekend, were not here live, so we again apologize for that. But we were on vacation, taking a much-needed break, and we did go up to Huntsville, Ontario, which is in Muskoka, here in Ontario, and we just toured around there for a little while. So we did a couple different locations. One was a big, huge memorial site that we wanted to actually investigate and check out. So we went there. You can talk about that because you know what it is.
Yeah. So location is called Dyer's Memorial, and that's in Huntsville, Ontario. We would drive also let you know the story about the Dyer's Memorial. Dyer's Memorial was created by a guy he knew his wife was passing away. So this is actually out in the middle of forest. He started building a monument actually for his wife. The thing is quite huge. She did pass away, and he put her ashes actually into the monument, and he still kept on building it. Now before he passed away though, he was completely done with it, but he did pass away. His ashes are also buried inside this location. Again, the location is called Dyer's Memorial, if you guys want to look it up. It's a big, humongous monument. The staircase going up there is not even. I had energy push me different ways, to the right, to the left. But once you get up there, it's a really beautiful location. It's one road to get up there directly. So you got to watch exactly if people come in the other way. But again, it's right when you get up there, there's a small little pond there. There's benches. You can do some meditation there. And right when we were driving there, we didn't go as far enough. We only went to one location and had to turn around, started heading back. There was a Jeep there. I rolled down the window and I said, "How much do you guys know which way to Dyer's?" They said, "Yeah, we were pretty much going the right way." So what Trevor did though is he turned around. We went there with our buddy Jack and Trevor were leading. I was doing some audio, spirit energy audio, but they had a small, very small little waterfall there, and I mean very small. The ground did cave in, so that's how it did create this very small waterfall. But yes, on the way out though, again though, it's one way, so you're pretty much driving on a cliff kind of style, and then right when you get out, you're going through a lot of sand, and then up to the main road. But yes, the one thing though, our buddy Jack kept on saying though is, how much further, how much further? One thing I turned around and said, well, right when we get there, we will get there. Now on the way back though, we stopped off a place on Highway 11, I think it is. It's called Weber's, and Weber's is well known within Ontario. It's got a bridge going over the highway, and so you can park on one side, go walk over the bridge, and go down. They do burgers, they do fries there. I think they do onion rings. I could be wrong about that, and they also do hot dogs. So yeah, everything's made fresh there, cooked there. And if there is a large lineup, they will come out to you directly and take your order, go and do the cash register, let you know how much it is, and then you can pay through Interact or through cash there. So yeah. Yeah, so I like what you put down. It sounds very interesting. Especially for the monument. Yeah, the monument is really good though. It's roughly 15-20 minutes actually out of Huntsville, north of Huntsville. So going to the Algonquin Park area. And there is a couple of steep hills that you have to travel up and down. But yeah. All right, so it seems like not much people hopping on right now. That's fine. But we're gonna keep it kind of short right now. Again, those join us next week. Well, we're going to be live on the HauntingLive podcast with Trevor. And hopefully by then, who knows, we might have a new computer instead of using what I'm using right now, which is a cell phone. So,
Well, right now we do have one thing we can do that we normally do, and that is pick a card.
yeah.
So
Right, go right ahead.
we'll do a quick pick a card, play the intro here for that, and then be right back.
I tell you what to do, pick a card. I tell you what to do, pick a card.
And we are back, and this week we will do pick a card, and if you don't have a specific question in mind, this reading is for you. We draw 3 cards, and you pick card number 1, 2, or 3, whichever one is calling to you, and that's your card for the week. So here is pick a card.
All right. So I have just drawn 3 cards, and these are to do with Wisdom of the Elder cards. The first card, though, if you have not picked actually the card, pick 1, 2, or 3. But card number 1, though, it is Two-Spirit, and it is Balance. So Pride Month is coming up for the whole month of June. So is Indigenous month. But again, no balance. What we need to do is actually keep balance more or less actually with our male and female sides. We always tend to be actually saying, hey, I'm straight female, I'm straight male. But we also have the tendency slightly from going actually into the opposite gender. So this thing here, don't worry, that's not called gay. It's just your feminine or masculine side that's coming out. What we have to do is balance. So within the spiritual community, make sure that everything is balanced. Because without everything balanced, we would be actually wonky. I love being wonky at times, but the thing though is being wonky though can actually make you stable, self-centered, actually unbalanced, and that way you're not sure exactly what to go. If you have done card number 2, and this is a great one though. This one here, it is honesty, and it is Sab, or else well known as Bigfoot. All right. Now with Sab and Bigfoot, though, basically though is honesty. They show up right when things are good and right when things are bad. But be honest with yourself throughout this week. Be truthful. Don't let things happen. Don't slide. Actually, within your wordings or actually within your actions. Be honest and be truthful towards each other. Our next one, though, since we are talking about what to do with the first one, which is the Two-Spirit, this one here, it is Sacred Journey, and it is Transformation. So this is card 3. It's kind of like a caterpillar. A caterpillar will actually wander, go in the cocoon, and transform into butterfly. So that's actually with all of us within our own spiritual life right now. And so that we're actually transforming actually in that cocoon and be able to get growing with actually all of our spiritual life. And the butterfly is representing our spiritual life. We're spreading our wings and bringing a little bit more peace actually out to others. So those are card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Join Trevor next week underneath HauntingLive podcast.
I tell you what to do, pick a card. I tell you what to do, pick a card.
Okay, and we're back from Pick a Card. We'd like to do Pick a Card each episode underneath Divine Oracle Podcast and also Haunting Live Podcast each week. In case people don't have a specific question in mind to ask, you can pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3, and that is your card for the week. So thank you for watching Pick a Card this week here on Divine Oracle Podcast. But we'll do another question here just for what's been happening around lately, and I think it's on a lot of people's minds, the gas price situation. So let's do a reading on if that gas price is going to change soon or not.
And after that one, though, Trevor, I got a great one for everybody within Ontario for the region of Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yeah, we were going to do another one locally as well.
So gas price worldwide, we're going to look actually at, and this one here, instead of 3 cards, I'm going to do a 4-card draw. All right. And I'm going to use the soul coaching cards, which are from our good friend Sean Leonard. Really great guy, those. If you guys actually get a chance, though, check out his shows. His shows are actually on YouTube and he's on Spirit Talker. So, all right. So, again, those are doing 4 cards, past, present, future, and outcome. So, with the past, though, right, it is a tree one. So like what we had though, and it was support, all right? So within the past, so we actually had support. We were all standing together. And that was a great one. That was actually standing all together within support. Now, this is with the past though. We're going to look actually at the next one though. And this one here, it is within the present. This is actually going out to Sean. Sean, it's his spirit animal, which I love. And it is the power of total animals, and it is protection. All right, so within the present right now, we actually have to have protection. We actually have to all stand together. Even though there's one stupid idiot in the States, I'm not going to mention the person's name. We all know who he is. He is actually causing trouble, but we need to support each other, all right, and protect each other. And with the gas prices, we're going to see exactly what's going to go actually on. But with the protection, it's sort of like those stay together, all right? Be like a flock of birds. Could be like a flock of, well, not a flock of, but like a pack of wolves, or even a pack of polar bears. They're actually all staying together, and they are staying actually as one. Now, with the future, though, this is for the gas prices, though. What we're looking at, though, it is summer, and this is action. All right. So this summer, there is going to be some action with actually the gas prices. Gas prices will be hopefully going down. I know this is only for entertainment purposes, but the thing though is with an action, okay? And it seems like the person is streaming down, so that it looks like the prices are going to go down for the summer, hopefully, and know that things are going a little bit better. Now, the last one though is the outcome though, and this one here is humility, and it is wolf. All right. So humility and wolf right there. All right. What we're looking at, though, is he's going to be humiliated. He's going to be actually kicked out of the power. I think it's going to go back to normal, but it's going to take a little bit more. And that's what we're looking at that. And that one there, it is the wolf one. So the wolf is going to be coming out within the near future. And that's what the outcome knows. We all have to stand actually as one and show that we are not going to be being knocked down. So again, those kind of looks like the gas prices will possibly go down, but we're not going to say how far down that they are going to go. But it looks like that things are going to go down a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good news. Hopefully that will come true, because we can all use that for sure.
All right. So yes, our next one though, if you guys have been following the news in Ontario, Canada, within the Kitchener region, if not, I'll sort of let you know, there is property that has been bought out by the transit community, by Ontario, and also within the region. In the past, though, there has been actually with a shelter area, people living in tents. People have moved out of this location with tents, but new people showed up after the ruling through the court that they were not allowed to be doing that afterwards. The latest thing in the courts, though, is though that the court judge, don't know who he is, but our PM, which is Doug Ford, is not happy with him. The judge had said, "Oh, you guys can't do anything. Things are going to be delayed and everything else." For this region, though, that of Kitchener-Waterloo, it is a growing area. It is one of the major areas for Google and also other IT area. They need to be able to get this property back, but Doug Ford has suggested to do with why don't they put a encampment actually on this judge's property, and the people that are right now there for the encampment are not doing exactly what was originally supposed to be done according to the law. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what's going to go on with this. Yes, there has to be shelter area within the Kitchener area for people that are living in the street, compared to always building high rises, start charging rent and everything else at a higher price. Think about the less fortunate. But again, Doug Ford, though, is going to try to actually get things going for the people actually in the encampment or people on the street, which is what a PM does altogether. If you're not too sure what the PM is, what would the PM be basically for the states? The governor?
Yeah, closest thing
Trevor?
would be a governor of the state, but in our case, he's called the Premier of Ontario, so he's the Premier.
Yeah. Okay. So what's going to go on those? I'm going to just do a quick shuffle. And these are the soul coaching cards. We're going to do a 3-card draw. We're going to look actually at the what's going to go actually on with this location. The first one, though, and it's a great one, though, is miracle. They need to actually have a miracle indeed. They need to be able to get this going. They are delayed by a couple of years. But the thing, though, is there has to be a miracle altogether. The miracle will be actually coming 100%, but it's going to be a large fight. Since Doug Ford, though, is in charge with the ruling for the judges for Ontario, he has the right to actually overturn the judge. The next one, though, is believe. Believe things are going to be happening actually for the people who are in the encampment, that are living on the streets. Things are going to happen for them. They're going to be able to get a location a little bit better. Then they're going to officially close off the location. They should have actually put heavy gates around the location last time. They will start doing that again, though. So believe, though, that the people actually within in the encampment that are living on the streets will be able to get a great location. The last one, though, is wisdom of what's taken place altogether. It is going to show, though, that, hey, things have to be a little bit more knowledgeable, a little bit more wiser. We have to get things done a little bit more faster instead of dragging on. And that's what has to be done altogether. It's going to be sort of like an owl. An owl looks at everything with their eyes, and they look at the owls. Not only look at one direction, they pretty much have a 360 view. So that way they're looking at everything all over. And that's what's going to come through the wise one, which is sort of like an owl. So it seems like, though, that things are going to be happening with Doug Ford stepping in. All right, so we have our beautiful young lady. She typed in something, and you had something else. And she's talking about the states. Are you there, Trevor?
Yeah, she's just telling us what they do in the States for people on the streets.
Okay, and can you still read that?
Well, basically, she's just saying that
Please.
they do give them housing if they need it in the U.S.
Yeah. Canada, it's totally different though. Canada, though, they always look at it, no, and they won't help out anybody else really. For a while there, in the past, though, I was living on streets. I decided to live on the streets to see exactly how the lifestyle was altogether. And I got a good view. But a lot of people do not take the opportunity to do this about learning different lifestyles. They only live one certain lifestyle and they always follow through with that. So yeah. All right. All right. So we do say happy Memorial Day to everybody within the States. Kind of keep it short. And I'm going to just do a close read before we leave. And this is for you guys for the week. Gonna join Trevor next week. Trevor is going to be live on YouTube for Haunting Live podcast at 8 o'clock. All right, so one little sec. Alrighty. So this is for your final week. Actually, I think we're going into the last month of May. I'm pretty sure of it. Pretty sure though that we are going in the last week of May. If I am wrong, please let me know. I will say sorry 100%.
No, you're correct. It is the last week of May this week coming up.
All right, thank you. Yes. So again, the first card though for your final reading though is freedom. Be free throughout the week. Let things go. Whatever has caused trouble with you within the past month here, let them go and be free altogether. Do not let anything drag you down. And sort of like the horse though, with the person on the horse is running away, guiding away, and the horse is leading that. Our next one though that's coming for this week though, it is wisdom. If you can't draw actually on anybody's truth wisdom, draw on your spiritual wisdom. Listen to your angels, listen to your ancestors, listen to your spirit guides. They will all direct you within the right way. If you need to use some meditation, let there be some meditation, and the wisdom will actually happen within the right way for you. Our last one, though, is adventure. So adventure. Go for long walks. If you need to be able to clear out energy, just go for adventure and be able to clear actually all that energy, though, that you've been holding on for the past month. Let that go and go on a spiritual adventure. Spiritual adventures can actually be able to happen at any times. And that's one thing that a lot of people do not remember. Adventure is the best way how to be with yourself. All right, so those are your readings for this week. Again, let's catch Trevor next week at 8 o'clock on the HauntingLive podcast. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Bit of a quiet show tonight, but we do understand it's a long weekend in the U.S. and we just had ours, so people are probably out doing whatever still. But thank you so much, Cupid the Yorkie, for being here. We appreciate you very much, your questions and all your comments tonight. Thank you so much for being here with us on Divine Oracle Podcast tonight, and apparently for sharing all of our links as well. So, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Thanks a lot for sharing it actually on the YouTube Facebook page. Let other people know, please.
Yes, we always appreciate that as well. Any type of promotion is good promotion. So with that, hopefully you'll tune in next week to Haunting Live podcast as well. We will be under my other channel and doing my show next week here on Sunday night readings. So thank you, Cupid, and take care. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Trevor, host of Haunting Live. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to our podcast. Brand new content posted every single Monday at 8:30 a.m. Please follow us here on the Podbean app for more great content, and we look forward to providing you some new shows.
Haunting Live Podcast. Have you ever wanted a spiritual reading? Why not reach out to Brother Chris through the Divine Oracle podcast page? He's a certified Oracle reader and has been doing readings for so many years, reaching people with their higher self and the spirit side, with angels, ancestors, and the animals. Why not reach out to Brother Chris? Check him out at HauntingLivePodcast.com.